Okay, maybe we'll get started. I think there are a few people still popping in. Let's give them a moment.
40 somewhat people in the other room, so.
Okay, I'll wait a minute before I start then. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure how many would come. Still having people join, so I'm waiting a few more minutes. Okay, I think maybe I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Liz Orwin. I'm currently the chair of the Department of Engineering at Harvey College, and I'm the incoming dean at the School of Engineering and Computer Science at the University of the Pacific. So I'm a brand new dean. And as a brand new dean, I found today to be really insightful and inspiring. I feel like I'm walking away with lots of great ideas and lots of things to think about. So I wanted to take a moment to sort of recap and remind us all of what we heard today, and then give us a chance to share whatever insights that we might want to share with each other. So we started this morning with our theme of inclusive engineering success enablers, by hearing from Howard McKenzie from Boeing, who set the tone by really focusing on inclusive culture and the need for culture change. And I feel like that theme has sort of woven through the day's activities, the morning out here in California. We heard from Liaison about tools for recruiting, and from the Samuel E. Academy in Santa Ana, which is an interesting example of engineering education at the high school level and a way to build pipeline. We heard lots of concrete ideas for change, right? So first from the EDGE program for supporting female faculty, gave us ideas for hiring and recruiting. Talked about the importance of data and the ASWE sort of centralized resources for that data, self-assessment tools, and examples of leadership development and training for female faculty, specifically things like ELATE's program. And again, the importance of culture change, right? We talked about that. Then a series of great cool ideas on this topic involving things like undergraduate students, ambassadors, and recruiting and promoting engineering to younger students. Ideas for reducing financial barriers for students. We heard about a social responsibility week and a call for action to improve climate, again, getting back to the sort of culture change that lots of folks have talked about today. Ideas for connecting with alumni, for stronger industry and community partnerships, and for training workshops on gender and racial inclusion that are really focused on increasing awareness for everyone in the community. And in the Q&A, some discussion of inclusion and equity to be included in ABET criteria and how we might help facilitate that happening. We then switched gears to our student impact on the planet sessions. And heard about the NAE Grand Challenges Scholars Program. Lots of interesting things here. Just want to highlight a few things. We talked about students being motivated by the Grand Challenges and by making a difference, and this program really is helpful, particularly integrating with the other efforts on DEI. These challenges are human-centric, and the cultural awareness and societal consciousness pieces really kind of connect to DEI efforts. The grand challenges give us a broader lens to study engineering and help us to attract a more diverse set of engineering students, and really provides a way for students to integrate curricular and co-curricular activities in a meaningful way for them. So lots of interesting ideas and lots to think about. So with that, I'd like to invite anyone who would like to share any big picture takeaways or insights that they've heard today to go ahead and turn on their mic and share.
Thanks, Liz. I'll start. It was really, I really enjoyed all of the discussions today. I sent out a chat about the grand challenges and how I was actually inquiring into the possibility of integrating the sciences and the business into those that activity. And someone replied yes, but I'd be very interested in learning a little bit more about that. What are the efforts to advance interdisciplinary activities across, we say, with business and the science with our engineering students? So if anyone has any comments on that, I'd love to hear that.
Jenna?
Yeah, so I can answer that. So great question, Lorenzo. As I kind of noted in my video, the structure of the program is pretty flexible. So there are programs out there that have involved non-engineering students, quite a few of them, and there are a lot of different models. So, there's not one way that you would have to do that. You can go to the website and look at the programs. They are called operational documents. So it talks about how institutional programs are created. And so, one of the things we always recommend is that go and look at some institutions you might think, are like you in some way, or that you might be interested in. You kind of see how they've structured it. And of course, the other great thing is to just contact Katie Evans. Because she's currently the chair of that. So, she's got a good feel as well for institutions across the country and who's doing what, and could connect you with individual institutions. You could chat with them, get ideas, and see what might be interested. But yeah, always open to that sort of thing. And, you could propose something that nobody else is doing, and they'd be happy to consider that as well. Thank
you, Jenna. Can I ask one follow-up, Liz, on that?
Sure.
Also, what about this idea of kind of breaking down silos? We've got, for example, NSBE, and SHIP, and SWE, and sometimes they work on these projects, and my observation is sometimes they're more siloed than they should be. And are there efforts to actually kind of force those student organizations to work more together within the context of something like the Grand Challenge? And this is more a unique, maybe a dean might have that response that they're doing in their campus, but if there's been success in that area. If not, I can follow up with someone later.
Patrick?
I'll just mention that I think all the deans here probably see a similar challenge where students have so much to choose from and they almost have choice fatigue. And so the possibility of combining things not only gains efficiency administratively, but helps the students, I think, to not have 10 things to choose from if they're going to engage in something like Grand Challenges and then have to decide, oh, I can't do this other thing, like you mentioned in SWE or NSBE. So I think integration, and maybe if there are examples from other deans here, we haven't cracked this nut, so to speak, at Bucknell, but it is definitely a desire to combine things if we can.
So Lorenzo, actually, as a result of pandemic, when everything became virtual, we had some success with making these student groups actually meet jointly. It wasn't often enough, but starting to meet under Zoom brings a lot more possibility for people because they can just participate for 20 minutes without traveling, without anything. And I think this may be one way you can use this for the next year to demonstrate to them that by doing interdisciplinary project among themselves, they can accomplish a lot more.
Tracy, your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention some of the stuff that we're doing at TAM around diversity and inclusion. We're doing a lot, and we're actually also taking advantage of the virtual space. A lot of stuff what everybody else is doing, but some creative stuff. We actually have a book group where we're reading Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black man. We can't see it. And we have two different groups, a faculty group and a student group. And a lot of people are going to this book group. We listen to a chapter and then we talk about it and how it relates to engineering education. And it's just a lighthearted way to get into very, very serious discussions. So it's been a really really fun experience for us. So just wanted to share it because it was sort of a different way to interact than maybe is normal.
Thank you. Anyone else want to share any thoughts?
And today was great, by the way. It was really awesome.
Hey Liz, this is Ron Hyman from Liaison. Can I take a moment?
Of course.
Thank you. So for those who listened into the presentation we did just before break on Engineering Cast and gave the update, we did talk about a newly formed DEI board that's advising this partnership between ASCE and Liaison called Engineering Cast. And we've got the affinity groups representing the underrepresented population that you would expect to find on there. And we also have a couple schools represented, Dr. Craig Downing from Rose-Hulman, Dr. Stephanie Adams from UT Dallas. And we're going to be adding others to this board. If you would like to have somebody from your campus join in on meetings, listen in, or become part of the board, please let me know. I'll chat everybody my email right now, and would love to have you as part of the conversation. So there we go. So thanks so much. Just wanted to throw that out and be part of this. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? So if not, I'd like to thank the speakers today again for sharing their experiences and ideas. I know I'm walking away with a lot. I think we all are. I'm sure I'll be reaching out to as many of you who will listen to me in the coming years. I wanted to invite you to join us tomorrow. It's the final day, and we will have sessions on transfer student success and also engineering dean's impact on academia, where we'll have a panel for straight answers. So your challenge is to come back tomorrow with some questions that you'd like to have answered. And again, I'd like to say thanks, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.